Welcome to our channel USA Coin Spot. In this video I am going to tell you about the penny United States of America, which are very valuable and rare. If you have them, you can take advantage of them. Top 1. The story of the 1988 Lincoln penny is one that begins long before the coin itself was struck. To truly appreciate the value and significance of this particular penny, we must first take a journey through the history of the Lincoln cent, tracing its origins, its evolution, and the pivotal moments that make certain coins stand out from the millions, even billions, that were minted. Our story begins in 1909, the year that marked the centennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first time in American history that a real person appeared on a circulating U.S. coin. Before this, U.S. coinage had featured symbolic representations of liberty, reflecting the ideals of the young nation. But in 1909, the decision was made to honor the great emancipator himself, and so the Lincoln cent was born. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln penny originally featured the wheat ears reverse, a simple yet elegant design that symbolized prosperity and growth. For 50 years, this design remained unchanged, until 1959, when the reverse was updated to the Lincoln Memorial, commemorating the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. This was the coin's look by the time 1988 came around, a design that had become familiar to generations of Americans. By the late 1980s, the composition of the penny had changed significantly. Initially made of almost pure copper, the rising cost of materials forced a change in 1982. Since then, pennies have been made of a zinc core with a thin copper plating. This change affected how the coins aged, how they reacted to the environment, and even how they felt in hand. The 1988 penny falls into this category, part of the modern era of Lincoln cents that still circulate today. SOY, out of the billions of pennies minted in 1988, is the 1988 special? The Denver Mint, where this coin was struck, produced an astounding number of pennies that year, over 5.2 billion, to be exact. Given such a massive production, one would think that finding a 1988 penny would be as easy as checking the change in your pocket. And in most cases, that would be true. However, not all 1988 pennies are created equal. Among the billions of pennies struck that year, a few rare variations have been discovered, errors, anomalies, or die varieties that make certain coins stand out from the rest. Collectors and numismatists, always on the hunt for unique finds, have identified specific characteristics that turn an ordinary 1988 penny into a highly sought-after piece. One of the most famous varieties of the 1988 penny is related to its reverse design. In normal 1988 pennies, the lettering and spacing on the reverse were struck with what's known as the 1988 reverse, consistent with previous years. However, some 1988 pennies, both from the Philadelphia and Denver mints, were struck using a 1989 reverse die. This variety, often referred to as the 1988 RDV006, or reverse of 1989, penny, displays subtle yet important differences in the details of the letters, specifically the spacing and positioning of the FG initials near the Lincoln Memorial. This discovery sent waves through the numismatic community. If you were lucky enough to come across one of these rare pennies in your change, you might be holding a small fortune in your hands. But even beyond this specific variety, collectors value the 1988 penny for several reasons: its condition, strike quality, and any other minting errors that make it unique. As with all coins, the value of a 1988 penny depends largely on its grade. A penny in well-circulated condition may only be worth face value, but those in uncirculated condition, especially those with full red luster, can fetch impressive prices. Collectors and investors seek out high-grade specimens, with MS, mint state, coins often commanding significant premiums. The journey of a single penny is remarkable. From the moment it is struck at the mint, it begins its path through the hands of millions, spent, saved, lost, and found again. Some are tossed into fountains for wishes, some end up in the depths of couch cushions, and others, through sheer luck, are spotted by keen-eyed collectors who recognize their hidden worth. Now, for the moment you've been waiting for, the astonishing value of the rare 1988 penny. While common examples may not be worth more than a few cents, a pristine, highly graded specimen of the 1988 D reverse of 1989 variety has reached an eye-watering price of $76,550 at auction. Yes, that's right, a single penny, 1 cent, transformed into a small fortune. It's proof that sometimes, the smallest treasures are hidden in plain sight, waiting for the right person to recognize their true worth. Top 2. In the vast and fascinating world of coin collecting, where history, art, and value collide, few coins capture the imagination like the 1995 D Lincoln penny. This small yet significant piece of American currency has become a prized possession among collectors, and today, we'll embark on a journey to uncover its secrets, from its origins to its remarkable value. Imagine the year 1995, a time of change and progress in the United States. The internet was beginning to reshape the world, the economy was thriving, and the Denver Mint was busy producing millions of pennies, each carrying the legacy of one of America's most revered presidents, Abraham Lincoln. But hidden among these countless coins, a rare few would go on to defy expectations, capturing the attention of numismatists worldwide. To truly appreciate the 1995 D penny, we must first step back to the early 20th century. In 1909, the Lincoln cent was introduced, replacing the Indian head cent. This new design, created by Victor David Brenner, was revolutionary. For the first time, a real person, a beloved U.S. president, graced the front of an American coin. This was no ordinary change. It marked a shift in how the nation honored its history. Over the decades, the Lincoln penny underwent several modifications, yet it retained its essence, a tribute to a man whose leadership defined the nation during one of its most challenging eras. Fast forward to 1995, when the Denver Mint continued this tradition, striking billions of pennies for everyday use. Most of these coins went unnoticed, passed from hand to hand in transactions across the country. But some, due to unique minting circumstances, became standouts, turning into prized collectibles. The 1995 D penny, in particular, is one such coin. Let's examine its design. On the obverse, we see the timeless portrait of Abraham Lincoln, his profile strong and determined. The details of his hair, beard, and suit reflect the craftsmanship that has defined this coin for generations. Above him, the inscription, "In God We Trust," stands proudly, a reminder of the nation's enduring principles. To the left, "Liberty" is inscribed, and to the right, the year 1995 is prominently displayed. Below the date, the small but crucial D mint mark signifies that this penny was minted in Denver. Turning to the reverse, we find the majestic Lincoln Memorial, a tribute to the great leader. Designed by Frank Gasparo, this depiction showcases the grandeur of the monument, with its columns standing tall, a silent testament to Lincoln's legacy. If you look closely, you can even see the tiny statue of Lincoln between the columns, an incredible detail often overlooked. The words, "United States of America," curve along the top, while "E pluribus unum" is positioned just below, reaffirming the unity of the nation. At the bottom, the denomination, 1 cent, is boldly displayed. But what makes this particular penny so special? The answer lies in a combination of factors, including rarity, condition, and errors. While billions of pennies were minted in 1995, only a fraction possessed the characteristics that make collectors take notice. Some 1995 D pennies have unique errors, double dies, off-center strikes, or die cracks, making them highly desirable. These errors occur when something goes wrong during the minting process, resulting in coins with unusual features that make them one of a kind. Condition also plays a crucial role in determining a coin's value. A 1995 D penny in poor condition might be worth only its face value, but one in pristine, uncirculated condition can fetch impressive prices. Collectors seek coins with sharp details, lustrous surfaces, and minimal wear. The grading scale, from poor P1 to mint state MS70, helps determine a coin's quality. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. So, how does a simple penny, a coin that most people overlook, become a treasure worth seeking? It's a combination of history, artistry, and the thrill of the hunt. Coin collectors, or numismatists, dedicate their time to studying and acquiring these rare pieces, driven by passion and the possibility of discovering a hidden gem, And now, for the moment you've been waiting for, the value. How much could a 1995 D Lincoln penny be worth today? Well, if you happen to find one in exceptional condition, graded at the highest levels, with unique characteristics that set it apart, it could be worth an astounding $65 for 50. Yes, you heard that right. A single penny, something so common and seemingly insignificant, can hold incredible value. This is the magic of numismatics, the ability to turn everyday objects into treasures. So, the next time you come across a penny, take a closer look. You never know, you might be holding a fortune in the palm of your hand. Top 3. The year was 1999, a time of change and anticipation as the world prepared for the turn of the millennium. In the United States, amidst the technological advancements and cultural shifts, the U.S. Mint in Denver quietly produced a coin that would later captivate collectors and numismatists alike. A simple, yet extraordinary, 1-cent coin, the 1999 D Lincoln penny. At first glance, it might seem like just another penny, a common piece of change passed from hand to hand without a second thought. But beneath its copper-plated surface lies a story of craftsmanship, rarity, and remarkable value that only the most dedicated collectors have come to appreciate. The Lincoln penny has a legacy stretching back to 1909 when it was first introduced to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin replaced the Indian head cent and became the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure. For nearly a century, it remained a staple of American currency, undergoing several design changes but always maintaining its significance. By 1999, the penny had been through multiple transformations, and the Denver Mint was responsible for producing millions of them. Yet, among those millions, a select few were struck with an extraordinary quality, making them far more valuable than their face value suggested. The 1999 D penny features the familiar image of Abraham Lincoln, his stern yet wise expression looking toward the right. The word liberty is stamped to the left, while the year 1999 appears to the right, just below the prominent D mint mark, indicating that this coin was struck at the Denver Mint. The obverse, or front side, of the coin retains the classic Brenner design that has been beloved for generations. Flip the coin over, and you'll find the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The intricate detailing of the columns and the inscription, United States of America, above it reflect the precision and craftsmanship of the U.S. Mint. Below the memorial sits the denomination, 1 cent, reminding us of its humble purpose in everyday transactions. Yet, what makes this particular penny from 1999 so special? It's not just its age, nor is it simply because it carries the D mint mark. The true allure lies in its condition, rarity, and the keen eyes of collectors who understand its hidden value. Numismatics, the study and collection of coins, has always been a fascinating field where the smallest details can make the biggest difference. A minor minting error, an unusual strike, or even the pristine condition of a coin can elevate its worth exponentially. For the 1999 D penny, a combination of these factors has led to its incredible desirability. Imagine finding a penny in your pocket change that, to the untrained eye, looks just like any other coin. But upon closer inspection, you notice something different, perhaps a slight doubling in the lettering, an off-center strike, or a flawless, uncirculated sheen that makes it stand out. These variations, often dismissed by the casual observer, are what drive the excitement in the numismatic community. A penny that might have been tossed into a jar or dropped on the sidewalk could instead be a treasure worth far more than anyone could have imagined. Coin grading plays a crucial role in determining the value of such rare finds. Organizations like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, and the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, meticulously examine coins, assessing their condition on a scale from poor, P1, to mint state, MS70. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin becomes. A 1999 D penny in average circulated condition might not be worth much beyond its face value, but if found in near-perfect mint state with no scratches, discoloration, or wear, its worth skyrockets. Some specimens have even been discovered with rare errors, double die obverse, repunched mint marks, or off-metal strikes, that push their value into extraordinary figures. But beyond the technicalities and grading, there is something inherently exciting about the hunt for rare coins. Picture a collector, magnifying glass in hand, sifting through rolls of pennies, searching for that one elusive piece that could change everything. The thrill of discovery, the anticipation of uncovering a hidden gem, and the knowledge that history itself is embedded in these tiny copper coins make the world of numismatics an endlessly fascinating pursuit. And now, the moment you've been waiting for, the astonishing value of this seemingly ordinary coin. The 1999 D. Lincoln penny, in an exceptional mint state condition, has fetched an incredible price at auction. While many might dismiss a penny as mere pocket change, this particular specimen has sold for a jaw-dropping $60,550. Yes, a single cent, now worth more than a luxury car, a down payment on a house, or even a year's salary for many. It serves as a reminder that treasures can be hidden in plain sight, and sometimes, the smallest details hold the greatest value. So, the next time you find a penny, take a closer look. You never know what fortune might be hiding right in the palm of your hand. Top 4. The year 2005 was an interesting time in American numismatics, a time when the humble 1-cent coin, often overlooked in everyday transactions, held secrets that could astonish even seasoned collectors. Among these coins, the 2005 D. Lincoln penny stands out, not just as a simple piece of currency, but as a small yet significant artifact of American history. But what makes this coin so special? What is it about the 2005 D penny that has captured the attention of collectors worldwide? By the time we reach the end of this journey, you'll understand exactly why this tiny copper-plated treasure is worth more than $50,000. To appreciate the 2005 D penny, we must first take a step back in time to understand its lineage. The Lincoln cent series began in 1909, replacing the Indian head cent and marking the first time a real person appeared on a U.S. coin. This change wasn't arbitrary. It was a tribute to Abraham Lincoln, one of the most revered presidents in American history. The design, created by Victor David Brenner, featured Lincoln's portrait on the obverse and a pair of wheat stalks on the reverse. The coin underwent its first major design change in 1959, when the Lincoln Memorial replaced the wheat stalks, celebrating the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. This memorial design remained in place for 5 decades, and the 2005 penny was one of the last to feature it before another major redesign in 2010. By 2005, the Lincoln Memorial penny had already been a staple of American currency for decades. Yet, in the world of numismatics, each minting year presents new variations, errors, and characteristics that can elevate certain coins from common circulation to prized collectibles. The 2005 D penny, minted in Denver, is no exception. The D mint mark, located just below the date on the obverse, signifies that the coin was produced at the Denver Mint, one of the key facilities responsible for striking U.S. coins. The Denver Mint has a long history of producing coins with high precision, but even in the most controlled environments, anomalies can occur. The 2005 D Lincoln cent was struck with the same basic composition that had been used since 1982, a core of 99.2% zinc with a thin copper plating. This gave the penny its traditional reddish-brown appearance, though it was much lighter than the earlier solid copper cents. The choice of zinc was primarily a cost-saving measure, as copper prices had risen significantly. Despite this change in composition, the design of the coin remained unchanged, with Lincoln's bust on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. However, what sets certain 2005 D pennies apart from the millions that were minted is not just their design or composition but the unique errors and anomalies that occurred during production. Coin collectors are always on the lookout for coins with die errors, doubled dies, off-center strikes, and other minting irregularities that make them one of a kind. Some 2005 D pennies exhibit a striking error known as a double die on the obverse, where Lincoln's profile appears slightly duplicated due to a misalignment in the striking process. These errors, though rare, dramatically increase the value of a coin. Another factor that influences a coin's value is its condition. In the world of numismatics, grading plays a crucial role in determining how much a coin is worth. Coins are graded on the Sheldon scale, which ranges from poor, P1, to mint state, MS 70. A 2005 penny in MS65 or higher condition, with a bright luster and minimal wear, is far more valuable than one that has circulated for years and lost its original detail. Collectors and investors seek out coins with sharp details, no scratches, and full mint luster, as these are the ones that command the highest prices at auctions. But beyond errors in condition, the rarity of a coin is another major factor in its desirability. While millions of 2005 pennies were minted, only a tiny fraction of them have survived in pristine condition or with notable errors. The hunt for such rare specimens is what keeps collectors scouring coin rolls, estate sales, and auctions in search of hidden gems. The thrill of discovering a rare penny in everyday change is what makes numismatics such an exciting hobby. Of course, the true excitement comes in knowing just how much a particular coin is worth. While many 2005 pennies are only worth their face value, there are a few extraordinary examples that have sold for staggering sums. One such specimen, in pristine condition and featuring a remarkable minting anomaly, stunned collectors when it fetched an incredible $52,650 at auction. Yes, a single penny, worth just 1 cent in everyday transactions, was valued at over $50,000, proving once again that even the smallest treasures can hold immense value. Top 5. The year 2007 was a fascinating one in the world of coin collecting. While most people go about their day without paying much attention to the humble penny, collectors know that sometimes an ordinary-looking coin can hold extraordinary value. And that brings us to a very special coin, the 2007 Lincoln penny. Before we dive into the specifics of this particular coin, let's take a step back and understand the importance of the Lincoln cent itself. Since 1909, the penny has featured the image of Abraham Lincoln, a tribute to one of the most respected presidents in American history. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this coin was revolutionary because it was the first U.S. coin to depict a real historical figure. Over the decades, the Lincoln cent has undergone numerous changes, from its composition to its reverse designs, but its importance has never faded. By 2007, the Lincoln cent had been in circulation for nearly a century, and its design was well established. The obverse of the coin still featured Lincoln's iconic profile, with the words, "In God We Trust," above his head, "Liberty," to his left, and the date, 2007, to his right. Below the date sat a tiny but crucial detail, the D Mint mark, signifying that this particular coin was struck at the Denver Mint. On the reverse, we see the famous Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. This design, created by Frank Gasparo, replaced the original wheat ears and remained in use until 2008, making this 2007 penny one of the last of its kind before the transition to the 4 different reverses of 2009, and then the shield design in 2010. The Denver Mint, responsible for striking this coin, has a long history of producing some of the highest quality circulating coins in the United States. Established in 1906, the Denver Mint has played a vital role in American numismatics. While billions of pennies were produced at the Denver Mint in 2007, only a select few stand out from the rest. Some coins leave the mint with errors, tiny mistakes that can make them highly desirable to collectors. Others are simply preserved in exceptional condition, making them rare finds in high grades. To understand why the 2007 penny is so special, we must explore what sets it apart. Some of these pennies exhibit striking errors, such as doubled dies, off-center strikes, or unusual planchet anomalies. A doubled die error occurs when the design is struck onto the coin slightly off from the first impression, causing a noticeable doubling effect on the lettering or images. These errors are rare and sought after, as they are created during the minting process itself. Another fascinating aspect of this coin is its composition. By 2007, the U.S. Mint was using a copper-plated zinc planchet, a composition introduced in 1982 to replace the original 95% copper pennies. This change was made due to rising copper prices, but it also introduced new challenges in the minting process. Zinc core pennies are more prone to corrosion and damage over time, making well-preserved examples particularly valuable. For collectors, the condition of a coin is everything. A 2007 penny in poor condition might only be worth its face value, but one in pristine condition, graded MS67 or higher, can command impressive prices. The process of grading coins involves evaluating their luster, strike quality, and overall appearance. Coins that have been stored carefully, without any wear or damage, stand a much better chance of achieving high grades. Numismatists, or coin collectors, have long been fascinated by modern coins that hold surprising value. While it's easy to assume that only old, historical coins are worth collecting, the reality is that even recent coins can be worth a fortune under the right circumstances. The 2007 penny is a perfect example of this. For years, collectors have scoured their change, hoping to find one of these rare pennies in exceptional condition. Some lucky individuals have stumbled upon them in uncirculated rolls, while others have discovered them hidden away in collections, overlooked for years. The thrill of finding a valuable coin in everyday circulation is what keeps the hobby of coin collecting alive and exciting. And now, for the moment you've been waiting for. While most 2007 pennies are only worth a cent, the rarest and highest graded specimens have sold for jaw-dropping amounts at auction. One such coin, a perfect example with an extraordinary error and flawless preservation, has been valued at an astonishing $47,550.